So, what have you been doing with the Furby lately?
Shut up! I won't tell you my secrets!
Welcome back to the Counterfeit Intelligence Podcast. My name is Skylar, and unfortunately, my other host has disappeared.
I died!
Tricked you.
Get spooked, especially those audio-only listeners. If you're an audio-only listener and you didn't see what just happened,
Then you missed the whole bit.
Yeah, and it's not worth listening at this point. You can go ahead and log off.
And find us on YouTube, where you can watch us with our video.
Live.
Yeah.
Well, our videos are also on
It's on Spotify, too.
Spotify,
Yeah,
so-
but I think it might be a little bit easier to watch them on YouTube.
or Spotify or both.
Either one.
Watch both of them at the same time. Crank our viewership.
Please.
We need it. We need help. Help us.
Somebody set up a bot, right?
Ooh.
That just watches our shit over and over again. It can't be us, but anyone else can do it. Then we're not breaking the law.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure. Yep.
No, it's not fraudulent.
Do us a solid.
Fake watches. We got an episode today.
Yeah.
Yo, we ask each other questions.
We're going back to that bit.
Fucking format. We ask each other when you questions.
Correct. We each created 25 when you questions for each other.
Questions like, when you in Chicago?
Deep dish pizza? That's a myth.
Oh shit. Now you understand the format. So
Yeah.
buckle up.
Get ready.
You
Hopefully
asking?
we entertaining you. I'll start
Yeah.
just because it's already there.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
What's up, Skylar?
When you become aroused, why does your belly button get erect before your penis?
I have an Audi, not an innie.
Yeah. Oh, it's permanent?
Yeah. Sometimes I stroke my belly button to make myself come harder.
So do most Americans, I'm pretty sure, right?
Right? Hey, Skylar.
Yeah.
When you skydive naked because you fancy yourself a turd bomber who drops deuces on the populace below, what food do you eat to equip yourself with the ripest shits?
Something with a lot of fiber, right?
You want some weight to them.
Yeah, something dense, something fibrous. My favorite foods include, eating at Qdoba or Chipotle. That'll make you fucking drop a solid one.
Solid logs.
Yeah. It's like refined Taco Bell, right?
So you're not going for splash damage.
No.
More like precision strike.
Like a falcon from above. Yeah.
I don't know if I could compare that with a falcon. Like the majestic speed demon of the sky.
Yeah, within millimeters I can hit.
Oh shit, he's accurate. Goddamn. Jesus.
John, when you practice sex with your pillow, why do you give the pillow the voice of a Chinese woman?
I think you know why. I'm trying to fight communism on all fronts, and to do that one must, inseminate the populace with freedom. So I must practice.
Okay. To be ready.
Checkmate, Mao Zedong. When you cook food for yourself, why do you always sing slave songs?
It feels right in the moment, I'm slaving away making food for myself in a society where I know robots could do that shit for me.
Every day I'm working. Someday master set me free. Just making yourself a fucking omelet. Oh. Jesus.
John, when you take a shit, why do you refuse to sit?
Because rhymes. It rhymes with it, so it's bad. That's why I like slant poetry. I shit and stand. Because I'd rather stand than sit.
Well, I take a shit.
Haiku. It's also more natural. Our ancestors didn't sit when they shit.
How you keep
Some of them squatted.
It's how he keeps his Glutes so tight.
God, pinch that shit off next turd. When you're lost in the woods, why is it your first instinct to strip naked and cover yourself in tree sap?
Homeostasis.
Elaborate, please.
Clothes aren't thick enough to retain my body heat, but sap is.
Sap keeps that shit in.
It gets waxy once it starts to dry.
Keeps water out, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
When it rains and it pours, or it condenses like the fucking dew on the grass, I'm immune.
Motherfucker got that sap coat.
Like,
The sticky jacket.
John, when you see trains, why do you get so mad?
Because they aren't taking me on them. Because I'm not there. It's a FOMO thing. I'm a fear of missing out.
trains.
Yeah, missing out on the trains. Because occasionally it's fun to be, up front when you see a car plow it, or see a train plow into a car with people in it. I think some of you might know what I'm talking about. Had to be there, one of them, When you're lost in the woods, why is it your first instinct
You
to
already
strip
asked
naked?
that one.
Stop! I'm asking the questions.
Wax suit.
Shit. No. When you're wiping your ass, why do you use your socks instead of toilet paper? I've seen you.
You can wash your socks, can't wash toilet paper now, can ya?
You put them socks in with the rest of your fucking clothes too, and just
Yeah.
hope you-
The soap releases it from the sock.
These socks were white when I bought them.
John, when you eat, why do you moan and salivate so much?
Common misconception. All right, I'm not gay for food, but you see, when you intake food, it affects the same part of your brain that's part of the pleasure cortex. It releases the endorphins and shit, so that food just be orgasmic is all. There's nothing. It's all science.
It's carnal.
It's all science. There's nothing to it. That's it. When you're reenacting Civil War battles, why do you always insist on wearing your fursuit? And why are you always on the Confederate side?
Confusion. If you can confuse your enemy, you can kill your enemy. If the Confederacy would have embraced my tactics, they would have won.
They just would have accepted furries. They would have had the Union on their heels. They wouldn't know what the fuck to do. Number 6.
John, when we went to the Pearl Harbor Memorial, why did you insist on peeing in the water so much?
The ghosts of the dead sailors are thirsty. If you add salt to salt water, the salt cancels. So that's how I was trying to do them a favor, give them some fresh water.
Okay.
I'm also very hydrated at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. When you juggle, why do you recite Mein Kampf?
It's a bit I'm developing right now. I plan to do it in front of millions of people someday to get rich.
Oh shit! He's the struggle juggle. It's the struggle juggle. Mein Kampf. My struggle is what it
Yeah,
translates to. You're juggling. It rhymes.
Yep, you understand the poetry
Yeah.
inherent in the
Exactly.
bit. Yeah.
The fact that I had to explain that goes to prove that everyone who listens to this podcast is dumb as shit and needed me to explain the jokes to them. Retards.
John, when you see Oprah Winfrey, why do you cover your eyes?
She ugly as hell. She's also a black woman with a TV show, and that's inherently wrong. I don't want her to give me stuff that I will have to pay for in the future. Did you hear about that? It was like she was like giving away cars, and people went to pick up the cars, and I had to pay for the cars. It's like I
You have to
fucking
pay
what?
for, the insurance on
Yeah,
the brand new
it's like this
car.
ain't
Yeah.
free. Nothing's free. When you're in class, why do you always laugh at everything the professor says? You little teacher's pet.
Yeah, it works
Oh.
though, right? They just You know, they're like, this guy's enjoying my class. It gives them a boost they don't encounter very often. Right? They grade softer that way.
You need to do that in my stats class. My professor's a hard ass. Statistics, funny.
When you encounter butterflies, why do you attempt to capture them so that you can sample them?
They're aliens, and we must study them. They're not of this earth. You telling me it's a bug that can fly like a bird? Nah. Nah, that's from space. We need to sample them.
Yeah.
We need to categorize all the butterflies. What the fuck was that? I don't know if you guys heard that. There was a fucking
Bomb that went off.
yeah, for real, a thud. I'm assuming that the overweight fucking chicks that live above us woke up.
Body slam.
Yeah, dude. Jesus. When you're eating paper, why do you moan like a whore? Just a question.
Just, it adds to the bit, you know, for sure.
Oh, it's a bit.
Yeah.
You're not doing
yeah.
it for sustenance?
No.
You're a fucking liar.
I only eat paper to destroy the evidence, right? Receipts.
I don't want them to know.
Anything they can trace back to
I
me.
spent $300 on
Right.
Chick-fil-A.
It just feels really good, you know, to be getting rid of the evidence, and so maybe you let out a, you know.
That's not a moaning like a whore. I'm
It-
specifically moaning like a whore. I'm talking
It
like
would be
full
longer,
force.
yeah. It'd be that, but you'd carry it for a while, and you know. Do you need an example?
Get some vibrato in it. Because it's gourmet pepper. That's why. Jesus.
When you eat maple syrup, why do you raw dog it with your fingies?
Because using utensils to eat maple syrup is wrong. Pour that shit in a cup. It ain't a liquid for you to be drinking. It is a condiment. And what do we do with condiments? We eat them with our hands. In this household. I scooping that shit up, slurping that shit down with the licking the finger. I get under the fingernails and everything.
Yeah.
Make sure that maple syrup is gone.
It's clean now.
Yeah. Don't fucking judge me.
Our saliva is cleaner than dog saliva, right? No, it's the
It's
opposite
the other way around, yeah.
Yeah, we're dirtier than them.
Goddamn right. Jesus. When you're shitting, why is it always in the shower?
Conservation of water.
I must preserve the water cycle. I'm doing my part. Did
The question is, why aren't you?
you see that thing that flashed up on the screen here?
I
What was
did.
that?
I don't know what that
Oh
was.
God, imagine we're 13 minutes into the video and it's not picking up sound.
We'll have to redo it.
I'll kill myself.
We'll get We'll get real intoxicated before the second
Yeah.
shooting. Yeah. When you find cool rocks, why do you store them in your underwear?
Because I need to feel something hard down there. God knows it ain't me. Now that you ripped off that Band-Aid, next question. When you're catching butterflies in your net that your grandma got you for Christmas, why do you use your mouth to hold it?
I'm training for the future.
I don't understand.
You don't need to. Nobody does.
Cryptic as shit. Jesus Christ.
Why is it when you see rabbits, you get the urge to fuck things?
Well, it's because rabbits, they fucking constantly, right? That's where that phrase fucking like rabbits come from. It's an inspiration. It's a level to live up to. You
Yeah.
see them rabbits going to fucking just as fast as they can, as hard as they can. Not, albeit not very long. But it gives you some inspiration like, hey, maybe I could fuck like that. It's inspiring.
Looks like the Olympians of fucking right there.
Rabbits.
They're inspiring.
When you're in Chicago. That's the question.
I'm
That's the whole question.
insecure and scared.
I feel that way when I'm in Chicago also.
All right. When you look into the stars, why do you get so concerned that the sun has broken into pieces?
Where else has that light come from? The sun isn't in the sky anymore. There's the moon. I think the moon killed the sun. And the stars are the bits of the sun that the moon killed. And then come daytime, they all assemble. That's why the stars are gone when the sun's out. Is because they come back and they make the sun. And the moon's not out when the sun's out. But sometimes it is out when the sun's out. But usually when the moon's out, when the sun's out, it's like in pieces. It's like croissant shaped. And that's because the moon hasn't grown to full power. And then when the moon comes out at full power, it kills the sun at night when it's at full power. So that's why. Jesus Christ. When you're planning acts of terrorism against Chick-fil-A, why is it that you only target the food?
I'm gonna bankrupt them. They make their money from the food.
Oh,
and without
shit.
the food, how can they make their money?
Corporate espionage.
They're gonna have to open on Sundays to make up for all the food that they're losing every other day of the week.
For the heinous crimes. It's a religious war? Okay, I can get down with it. A religious war against Chick-fil-A to get them to open on Sundays. Sign me up. I'll help you in your jihad.
When you use the microwave, why do you try to get your head inside before the waves escape?
I need to know how they cook the food. I need to know how them waves make the food hot. And the only way to do it is to see it live, pay-per-view. All right, head in the microwave. It's the only way you can see it at a grand scale. Sometimes I bring a little magnifying glass so I can watch it even better.
Yeah,
But a lot of times it's because I want to die. Sometimes for science, sometimes because I'm sad. Speaking of microwaves, when you're doing the sex, why do you always initiate with "you've activated my trap card"?
Because you're not gonna escape.
I'm not trying to kick shit in anybody, but I guess.
John, when you drink milk, why do you try to release an equivalent amount of cum to continue equilibrium?
Milk is white, cum is white, I am white, I am the machine that keeps the cycle going. You can't make milk without cum. It's that's a simple way of putting it, but cows come in other cows to make more cows, and those cows make milk. Therefore, I must contribute. Everything that has been put into my body must be returned to Mother Nature. Takes about the same amount of calories to ejaculate as it does to drink a glass of milk. Full circle. When you're in a dissociative state, why do you always default to be Mussolini?
I think he possesses me.
Help, I'm possessed by an Italian dictator. Make it stop. Mamma mia! Let's help it to Hitler.
When you play with Play-Doh, why do you always make bad dragon clones?
I'm not going to elaborate. No, I'm not answering that question. That's my secret to keep. When you're in your car, why are you always sideswiping handicapped people on the sidewalk?
They're the easiest to hit.
Oh. He's not up for a challenge, motherfucker. Out here. You like one of them that gets into a game, like a RPG style game, and you just like level grind the beginning area.
Farming.
Yeah, you're XP farming, and then you move on. Or
in
never
real
move
life.
on. I'm XP farming in real life. That's why I run down the handicapped in my fucking Ford F-250. Jesus.
When you get drunk, why do you brag about whiskey dick?
It's a reverse psychology tactic, all right? If I'm bragging to people, specifically hot chicks that don't want to hear it, when I brag about my whiskey dick to them, they start thinking, you know what? If it's that bad, I kind of got to see it. I want to see a penis that doesn't function when someone as hot as me is around.
It's a challenge.
So they do, and then I cry myself to sleep. It's a shame. When you're drinking milk, why do you chew so violently?
I'm convinced if you chew milk enough, it just turns into water, and water's healthier for you.
Your logic is your own, and I applaud you for taking such a brave stance.
When you eat ass, why do you put it on a plate?
Stupid question. When you eat, do you not eat off of plates? Do you eat off of your fucking bare lap? You animal?
Maybe
No,
sometimes.
I'm putting that shit on a plate. Sometimes it's on a silver platter. Sometimes it's in a bowl if they got a goopy ass. You never know.
It's romantic.
You gotta eat it how it comes. It's romantical. Put a little salt and pepper on the ass. Chase it down with a
Fine
nice
dining.
red wine. Put a bib on. Now we're talking. Yeah.
It's all about the experience.
Fuck yeah, dude. Candlelit dinner for two.
Ambiance goes a long way.
Jesus Christ. When you're on a bus, why do you always make idle bomb threats to the other passengers?
I get dropped off first that way.
I arrive at my destination sooner because they don't want to die. But they're idle bomb threats. There's no actual... So you got to be pretty convincing.
I'm loud.
You put on a Arabian accent.
I cover my head in a hood.
A turban, you mean? No.
I didn't say it.
You're right. I've been caught being racist again. God damn it.
When you clean your glasses, why do you use your foreskin as a rag?
Recycling. Never let anything go to waste. We use every part of the body here. Just like the natives taught us back in Thanksgiving times. When the pilgrims ate food with them, they taught them, hey, you got monocles, we got a trick for you. Except back then they didn't believe in circumcision, so it was still attached when they did it.
Yeah.
It was harder that way. That's why they invented circumcision, because it's removable now and you can really get in there. They know what they're doing. When you're walking at night, why do you close your eyes? I seen you just walking, eyes closed.
It's more nighttime that way. It's peak night.
It's not just regular darkness, it's advanced darkness.
You can't truly experience nighttime without closing your eyes.
Can't enter the void without making a sacrifice.
When you went to Walmart, why did you steal a whole pack of Bakugan by putting them creature balls in your ass?
For those of you who need context, Bakugan is little plastic toys or spheres, and you roll them, and you would roll them on top of a deck of your decks of cards, because it's Japan, so they make card games. And you roll it on them, and they got little magnets in the cards, and they would land on the magnet, and they would transform into something, not a ball.
Yeah.
That's what a Bakugan is. The reason why I stole a pack of those from Walmart and shoved them up in my booty hole, I was incubating them so that I wouldn't need the magnetic cards to get them to transform. They my chillin', and you can't have them.
Egg simulator.
Exactly. I'm a chicken. When you're watering your plants, why do you hold them under the sink while it's running, like you're trying to drown them?
Stress is good for plants. It makes them stronger.
We ain't raising no bitch-ass plants in this house.
Punch your trees.
Minecraft style.
There's a reason you do it. and it's not to get wood.
Although, if you do happen to get one while you're punching vegetation, hey, we don't kink shame here. The microwave one, up one. That one, yeah. Good job.
When you make popcorn, why do you always try to pop it via body friction before giving up and putting it in the microwave?
I can do it, okay? I know I can do it. If I rub that shit hard enough under my yits, I can get that popcorn to pop. I'm sexy. I'm hot. I know that my heat, not just in the spiritual sense, but also in the physical form, my heat will pop that fucking kernel. Because I can't pop any pussy, so I need to, like, you know, help. I need every bit that I could get. When you're working at the YMCA, why doesn't anyone stop you from using children as dodgeballs and hurling them at other children?
We strictly play by the rules, and I can tell you, there is not a rule about using children as dodgeballs in that game. They don't get out, they just get hurt, and then you can get them out easier. So it's like a
2 for 1, 2 birds, 1 stone.
You hold a dodgeball and a child.
You fling the
You
child.
throw the child, minor sacrifice, and you get the athletic kid on the other side.
Who's been crippled by the 200-pound child they chucked. Jesus.
When you see geese, why do you tell everyone who's around you how you once tamed one of those?
Because I want you to know that you can change terrorism with simple acts of kindness. All right? And everyone knows that Canadian geese are radical terrorists sent up. They read their fucking goose Quran and they just strike our planes. Can't hijack them, so they just bird strike the planes. And we can change that with kindness. We don't need to go every year shooting the geese out of the sky, radicalizing more of them against us. It's important to educate the people. I'm trying to save lives. When it's Christmas and you're shopping for presents, why do you always try to take shit out of the poor family's cart?
They come early, right? They're trying to get them bargains, and I know that I can get the best deal if I just use the ones that are seeking the best bargains. It's a life hack.
So you wait for them to pull it off the shelf and then you swipe it.
While they're distracted.
How are you distracting them? Tossing bread at them?
No, I'm just waiting till they walk away from their carts.
Oh. Never walk away from your cart if you're poor on Christmas. Skylar will take your shit. You do be thieving.
When you be slinging crack rocks at pigeons to see the magic, why do you choose to do it in front of elementary schools?
Education. These kids gotta know. They gotta know that the world is cruel. All right? And the magic is the pigeons get really high on crack, and then they fly it like mock Jesus into the nearest building. That's a good time. The kids gotta be prepared. One day they're gonna be homeowners, you know, if they don't kill themselves with Fenty. They're gonna, you know, they gotta know that birds will fly into your house. I'm just giving them advanced lessons. Here's why the birds fly at your house, because there's crack in your neighborhood. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? What you do is you help the police out by installing a neighborhood watch and shooting everyone that you suspect to be on crack. Then the birds will stop striking your home.
Okay.
Simple as that. When you're drone striking the Middle East, why is it always children's birthday parties? Obama.
Future terrorists are future terrorists.
Like father, like son. The apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Abusers abuse.
We burn that tree down. Abusers abuse. Get that on a shirt. Hell yeah.
When you eat at Arby's, why do you bring your own chopsticks?
Because they don't have any. Arby's isn't a fucking Chinese place, although I'm pretty sure that meat is dog, you know. Gotta bring my own chopsticks. I'll pull apart them fucking beef sandwiches. You never know what's in there, dude. You never know. I found a silica packet one time. One of them for keeping shit like preserved, like in a jerky thing. You get a jerky thing, and there's the silica packet in it for wellness. Found one of them in the meats. Fucking, you don't fuck around with Arby's. You get them chopsticks. We're in a cave. What? When you're in a cave, why do you scream at the top of your lungs but in a gay accent?
Try to figure out where the gays came from.
You think they came from caves?
It's a hypothesis.
Where the light of the Lord hasn't touched them? Deviants!
Any gays in here?
Come out if you're scared.
When you get bored, why do you like to kill time by reassembling a whole cheese from shredded cheese?
Because I'm bored, and that takes up a good chunk of my time. You know how many shredded cheese pieces there are in a bag of shredded cheese? There's a lot! And you gotta piece all of them together to get one block. That's a whole block of fucking cheese. Sometimes it's not even a whole block of cheese. That's why I only buy the brands where I've assembled a full block of cheese out of the shredded cheese out of one bag. All right, they're the most efficient. You get more cheese, more bang for your buck, if you will.
You know it's quality, right?
Yeah. That Tillamook shit, that organic bullshit that they're $6 a package of shredded cheese, fuck them. That's not even a whole bar of cheese. Not a whole block, those fucking bastards. Now you get like Kraft shredded cheese, it's like 2 blocks. Go get the Kraft cheese. There's a reason why the poor people that shop at Walmart are fat. It's because they're getting 2 blocks of cheese for the price of your one. They just don't know it. When you're on a boat, why do you feel the need to run from side to side to try to capsize it?
I'm trying to increase my kill streak.
Oh. What's it up to right now?
I've sank several canoes, but not anything bigger.
Do you run side to side from a canoe, or you just rock?
Tip to tip.
Oh God, Jesus.
It's a long way.
The long way, hot dog style.
Depends on the water.
What's the best water to tip a canoe the long way in?
Where it's not very wavy.
Calmer the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy to get the front end down far enough where water comes in on that side. And then you just go to the other side and you're done.
Game over. Also lost.
When you get hit in the balls, why do you think the cure is to touch your sack against the thing which dealt the blow?
Exposure therapy. You know, it's like, for example, if I got in a car accident, how would I get over my nerves of, every time I see a similar situation, say I got T-boned, how do I get over the nerves of, coming to an intersection and thinking that guy's going to T-bone me and losing my shit? Bumper cars. Except I'm stationary. Same concept with this. I get smacked in the balls. My balls got PTSD. How do I fix it? Slap the balls on the thing. Yeah. Checkmate. See, it's not dangerous, only at high speeds. Gotta educate them. When you're attending your annual KKK/neo-Nazi potluck, why do you bring the store-bought potato salad?
Because deep down I know that's all they deserve.
Oh.
They don't deserve homemade from the heart.
It tastes like shit. I want you to stop bringing it around to these meetings. God damn it. We know you can cook. Just make something. God, I don't even care now that they know. All right? Secret's out. He brings shitty potato salad to our meetings. I hate it. God.
I'm a cheapskate. Okay?
I know! We fucking breezed through that shit. We should have done 50 questions. What the fuck?
We went real fast.
Yeah, we did. Now what? We're going to sit in silence and stare at the camera.
You made noise first.
Hey!
You clicked your teeth.
Does that even get picked up? My bite's stronger, I can tell.
Yeah, yours is louder.
Fractures all the teeth, bites my tongue off. Fuck! That'd be a hell of a way to end the episode early.
What was your favorite question?
I liked the balls one was pretty good, but I also really liked I liked the popcorn one with the body friction and the taming geese one. I like those.
Okay.
To see the magic for the throwing crack rocks at pigeons. That was pretty good. Assembling a whole cheese. I like it. I like it. What about you? Which one was your favorite?
I like the tree sap one.
The tree sap one.
A lot. I think I came up with a good, reason.
Scientifical.
Like the Confederate in fursuit. That was kind of good. I think the Chick-fil-A one was pretty good too. The YMCA one was relevant. That was funny.
Oh, and the Obama airstriking birthday parties wasn't? Come on now.
That was good too. The gay cave one.
Yeah.
There was a lot of solid ones this episode, I'd say.
You can definitely tell, like, we keep coming down to this every time. You can tell who spent time on their questions and who's like, you know what, I got 6 hours of sleep. Let me crank out 25 fucking questions right now. You can tell. You can tell for sure. When you see Oprah Winfrey, why do you cover your eyes? Just she ugly bitch. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have. Thank you for enjoying this one. I was thinking we could do where questions next.
Where questions?
Yeah, like where were you when this happened, or where are you doing these things? Where questions?
Let's finish the W's out.
Yeah,
we've done most of them.
We've done. Have we? Wait, what? Which ones have we done? We've done why.
Yeah.
We've done when's.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a bunch of questions that weren't W's, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
So we should do what's. We should do who's.
What's and who's.
What's and who's and where's. Who, what, when, where, why. Sometimes how. We did how questions, though. We did those already.
I think so.
Thinking where's, who's, and what's. What are you going to do when... What are you going to do if this thing happens?
Probably a thing.
Did we do that already?
I don't know. You have to pull up our...
You should probably comment on this video on YouTube if you know.
If you've got other forms of questions you think we should answer.
Those two.
Post that in the comments. That was a yawn.
I'm good. Oh, shit. Well, we got fucking summer break coming up.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
We should announce some shit to them, shouldn't we?
We should. We got his finals week next week. Yeah, we'll probably get another episode out next week, I think. I don't think there'd be too much of an issue in doing that.
Yeah. And then after that, we're going to have to get to some experimentation.
Try to film over the summer. It may not be as frequent as we do it. It might not be once a week. We're going to see. It really depends on work schedules and shit. Because if you're working mornings and I'm working nights, that's going to be a hard thing to kind of,
Yeah, I
assemble.
think weekends it might move to if we're freer then.
Right.
It's already fluctuated by a day or so, whether it comes out on a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. So it might get a little bit more infrequent, or the days that we do it on might be a little bit more random. Based on if he's got a rotating schedule, if I got a rotating schedule, that kind of deal. We also have to try and figure out how to splice two separate videos together now. So
we go back and forth on how to do it. We just haven't sat down and done it yet. There's also one of the reasons why we haven't had fucking guest stars, because we're not really sure how it would work. If they were remote, having them here would be easier. Although we don't have a ton of room for that. We'd have to play around with setup. So we got days to figure out full show.
Yeah.
Absolute worst case scenario. I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm just saying I overthink things. Bear with me here. Worst case scenario, we'll be back in September, or late August, September. If we have to
Or,
take
like,
the summer off, that's not going to happen. I'm just saying.
Go film something once a month, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
yeah,
Try
yeah,
to
yeah.
find time where we can meet in person and
Right,
do it
right.
the regular way.
The regular way.
We don't know the answer to the question yet.
Yeah.
And so,
So don't fucking ask them.
if you got suggestions on how to maybe go about doing the whole merging of things, we'd be open to hear them. But I think Spotify merged with Riverside, which is like a podcasting application.
I thought it was like by a river though.
No, it's an online podcasting
I don't know why they call
tool.
it Riverside and not online podcasting tool for online podcasting.
Okay, I guess we have to do it by a river. You're right.
Yeah.
You got a minimum radius you have to be within to a river in order to use it.
Put that money where their mouth is, I say.
But potentially that's an option. We'll have to place with some things though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So stay tuned for sure. There's more coming. You plan on giving up anytime soon?
Nah.
Because y'all are pussies. I don't know how that's relevant. Fuck you.
We got a backlog too, so
Wait, what?
of episodes.
Damn.
So if we end up taking a break or something, we might repost an episode.
Oh shit.
Previously.
Remastered. In 4K. Ultra HD.
Probably not that, but just re-upload it.
High definition.
In case, you didn't ever go back and watch our older shit.
Which you should have.
You might hear it in the future. Our latest and our greatest, or our favorites, those kind of things. Maybe we'll slap a little thing on the intro saying yo, this is one of our favorite episodes. We weren't able to do a whole episode this week. Blah, blah, blah. Here you go. Kind of deal.
Reruns. That's what they's called in showbiz.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Stay tuned. Keep watching. If you haven't been watching,
Start. If you know people that aren't watching, tell them to.
Gunpoint works effectively. There's a reason why people rob banks at gunpoint is because it's effective. Get them to watch our shit.
Scream it on buses.
Show up with a gun to their house and threaten their lives until they watch our podcast. That's a command. I don't know if I can incite that.
Virtually.
In game.
Yeah. While you're playing COD.
In game.
That's a good idea.
In game.
Yeah. Every time you play a game, if you think of us, tell the whole lobby to listen to our podcast.
Hey, check out Counterfeit Intelligence Podcast. They're the reason why my parents kicked me out of the house and why I can't get a job. Watch them so you can suffer the same fate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We wrapping this one up.
Yeah, I
This is
think
going to be an
so.
early episode.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys, it's short. Short Kangs.
It doesn't have to be long every time.
That's what she said.
We're on YouTube.
We are!
And on Spotify.
Oh, shit.
And on Twitter.
Oh, my God!
All with the same name.
What the fuck? What are we called?
Counterfeit Intelligence with a capital C and a capital I and a space in between.
And mayhaps you use proper grammar. Illiterate fuck.
Our Twitter doesn't have a handle that's different, though. It's CIPod Official with a capital CIP and an O, no spaces.
I got that thing that them turkeys got.
The gullet.
I don't think that's what it's called. Where are we?
On Instagram.
Oh shit, we need Instagram Counter Intel Podcast, all lowercase, no spaces, baby.
And lastly, we're on that Tiki-Taki.
TikTok. Chinese spyware.
Sign up before it gets banned.
Yeah. And follow our TikTok, Counterfeit Intelligence, no spaces, all lowercase. Yeah. That's it.
comment, subscribe, click the notification bell,
Follow our OnlyFans.
share it worldwide.
Let them see the nudes of the podcast.
If you want us to make an OnlyFans, you should leave comments asking us to.
Send us fan mail.
It's polite.
We have a P.O. box now. I lied.
The P.O. box is just,
My home address.
which we will not give you. But if you can figure it out on your own and send him mail, that'd be pretty funny.
Thanks for watching.
Have a good time. Bye.
Bitch.
So, what have you been doing with the Furby lately?
Shut up! I won't tell you my secrets!